What's going on, people? It's that dude named Dave. TDND live here on a Saturday. How y'all doing? I'm back again. Before we get started, gotta do it for the struggle streaming status here. 1, if you can hear me. 2, if you can hear me. Let's go. Need to know this before I get started. I don't want to be talking for like 5 minutes and then people tell me, yo, we can't hear you. Know what I'm saying? So 1, if you guys can hear me. 2, if you guys can't. We're going to get this started here in a second, guys. What's going on, Clotis? Hey, welcome back. Where are you, Dave? We're looking for you like Kendra G's looking for our edges. I ain't shit. Hey, man. Shout out to Clotis, man. Why? I'm not even doing a Kendra show today, and y'all still coming for her. You ain't right, bruh. You ain't right. Oh, man. Hey, what's going on, Cold Fusion? You ain't shit either? Nice. Hey, yo, what's going on, man? Hey, Clotis. Hey. Hey, what's going on, honey? Smile. I'm glad you're here. Check you out. Oh, look, I have time to hit like and subscribe. How convenient. Hey, Code. Hey, when we get started here, guys, come on, help your boy out with the algorithm. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification. If I send your name more than one live stream, you'll actually subscribe by now. Plain and simple. And for this live stream, I'm here for a short time, not for a long time. We're going to get into it here, guys, but I'm not doing a 5-hour stream today. Come on, get that like button. Help your boy out with the algorithm, man. I hope Sheila's doing okay. Yeah, same here. You know, she's had that, the funerals this weekend, and she's flying. I think she said she's flying back here to Chicagoland suburbs this weekend. So, hey, man, keep Sheila in your thoughts, man. That's a hard thing to go through. You know, that's a hard thing to go through, man. Life is crazy like that sometimes, you know. So shout out to Sheila. Chi-Town's like, Dave on CPT schedule. Hey, man, when I start my live stream, I need to give y'all a few minutes, and then I'm a kind of long stroke y'all get in. Mainly because YouTube is acting funny. Notifications are not getting sent out. I made sure I posted on my community tab. I don't know if anybody checked the community tab, but a lot of people always say, like, people came on my live stream yesterday saying, I didn't get the notification. They playing. So I figured that I will go ahead and I'll give it a few moments and then I'll hop on in. So I'm actually here, guys. It's just the fact that, once, I don't know if YouTube's ever going to fix that or depending how big the channel grows, but I just want to make sure y'all get in here, so let's give y'all a few, but I get it though. Y'all got jokes. I'm on a CP time. It is what it is. I feel you though, Chi-Town. Y'all got jokes for the kid. Hey, what up, Rod? My number one troll hater. Rod always come with the jokes on my comment section, man. You ain't right, kid. You know you ain't right. All right, Close can hear me. That's what's up. Code can hear me. That's what I like to hear, y'all. Y'all can hear me. Hey, what's going on, DY? Nice, you can hear me. Honey Smile got it here. Yo, Chi-Town. That's what's up. Hey, what's going on, Kenny G? I know they would do this. Yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it, y'all, no doubt. Close, like, I wonder what made everyone so mad at Tate now. He has been around for years saying the same things. Hey, man, cancel culture is real. People, we say that cancel culture is not real. I mean, he gonna do his thing, but the attempt to cancel culture, oh hell yeah, we're gonna discuss it. Don't know how long. We're gonna get into it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post this early right now too. I don't know who's gonna want to do it or not. I want to cam up, but I'll just drop the link here. It's in the chat here. So if anybody wants to cam up today, if not, it is what it is, Omega's in the house. What's going on, man? What's up, Dave, in the chat? Hey, man, it's Saturday afternoon. I figured that I wanted to cam up a little early, because this is the time when most of y'all on YouTube. I didn't want to come up later on tonight with so many things going on, and then y'all have to make a decision. Do we rock with Dave live, or do we catch the replay, or do I come early and try to get y'all before y'all do y'all dizzle? So yeah, that's what we're doing here today, man. Don't know how many people gonna be here. This is the first time I'm going live on a Saturday this early. So the cool thing about having your own channel is, you're kind of experimenting, trying to see where the people at, kind of see where people kind of dig the time slot, works for me as well, because it's not only about me being comfortable, but I need to know where y'all at. What's the point of me picking a time slot that I'm comfortable with, but no one's here? So yeah, man, we're giving this a try here. Hey, what's going on, Mansell TV? Hey, glad you're here. What's up? Tate is usually right though, just inflammatory. Hey man, he got some. We're gonna discuss him. I don't know how long we're gonna discuss him for a second here, man. But hey, man, it's crazy. Hey, I was wondering, did he do something specific? It's never that. It's more an accumulation of items, man. We're gonna get into it, man. The fight's in a couple hours. Real quick, Dave. Who you got? Joshua Usyk rematch. That's why I'm camming up early. Hey, Rod. Hey. I gotta watch the fight. All right. I'll discuss it in a second here. I'm not gonna go long. We gotta talk about Tate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna get my fight prediction in a second, guys. Before we do, let's get the likes up. I know ain't that many of y'all here. Let's get the likes up, all right? If y'all came in and y'all, you opened the door, smash that button. Be respectful, y'all. Be respectful to the channel. Help your boy out. Help your boy out. Now, real fast, some of y'all were here for the live stream yesterday. If you guys missed it, you guys got to check it out. Oh, man, we had a good time yesterday. Matter of fact, we've had a great time this week. This is my 4th straight day going live here, guys. This is hard work. Whether you guys realize it or not, the discussion yesterday, oh my God, that woman, Sugar Baby, she was on Twitter. Hey, man, hey, hold on. Hey, y'all need to go to yesterday's live stream and see my reaction and the whole tribe's reaction when we pulled up the Twitter account for that woman in the reaction video from Kendra G's video. Hey, man. Hey, come on, kid. Hey, come on, man. Yo, I swear I'm getting so much more hate mail lately. The bigger you get, the bigger the hate comes, and that's all right. And women are coming for me now saying I hate women. I'm misogynistic. I'm not right. But here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, y'all. These women who call on the Kendra show ain't right, man. Come on, man. How the hell you gonna be 34 years old with a child talking about you want to do it makes $120,000 a year and you want your sugar daddy to be your full-time dude, but you out here got your booty out in the streets. You got your tatas out in Front Street here. On Twitter, look like almost a smaller version of Pornhub on your stuff, man. Come on. Hey, man. Hey, come on, man. Get that girl, yo. Women are just so delusional. Now, I know you're all going to something going to say, it's like, Dave, men are delusional too. Okay. If we want to play that game, we can play that game, right? Human beings are delusional. But why is it that roughly around 80% of our Black women are having babies with the Pookies and Ray Rays that amount for 10 to 14% of the men? Hey, man. Come on, man. Y'all, the emails and the comments are coming for me. And the funny thing is, the haters in my comment section or emails that come to me want to come for me. They never address the women I react to. Never. There's one woman, she's trolling. She always trolls, so I engage the trolling because I need it every once in a while, I call her a horrible human being because she is. Because she's literally all the time, from her feminine standpoint, trying to make points on how bad men are or how men are demeaning. Or even when these women are calling to the show, they listen to the side of what the woman told about their guy. But never once is this woman, I'll say never once, maybe a few times in the last 5 months or so, she never condemns the women. Hey, man. Hey, that's the problem. It's all this sister code things. Because you know what, though, as men, if we see men doing some bullshit, what do we say? Hey, dog, you tripping. You slipping, man. Hey, man, you gotta pick your pieces up. We hold each other accountable. At least not the Pookies and Ray Rays. All right. I want to put that out there. Pookies and Ray Ray do what they got to do. The Chads do what they doing here. They're the ones that are discredited in the community, whether the Chads and the whites or the Pookies and Ray Rays and the blacks. Hey, man. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. Get some more of these comments. Well, I want to talk about that a little bit more. We're going to get so many more of these comments. Code's like, Miss Black 69 from yesterday needs Jesus, just saying. Hey, man, that was her Twitter, Miss Black 69. Hey, before y'all check that Twitter, that's the live stream we did yesterday on Friday, August 19th, depending on when you might see this. This live stream is Saturday. So if you pull up the Friday live stream and you're watching this, whatever, Miss Black 69 on Twitter, that's who we're reacting to. I swear, it looked like a scaled down version of Pornhub the way her ish looks, yo. I swear, man, guys, if y'all, I don't know who want to beat their meat to that. I don't know who want to smash buns to that, but hey, man, someone need to get her. What's going on, David Jamison? I'm glad you're here, man. Chloe's like, men and women are different. Hell yeah. But you know what, though? Women want to be men today. They don't want the role that they were born in. They see men and want to be like us. And that's the problem with these gender roles today. Hey, man, y'all ain't hearing me, though, man. Didi is saying the same thing as us men. Hey, yeah, I rock with Didi. Didi cool as hell. She got a nice channel. Shout out to Didi, man. I got no hate in the game here. Yo, all content creators, we need to stick together, all right? People like Kendra G's gonna come for us. They want to take our channels down the way we react. They're thinking that, we're stealing their content, which we're not. We're taking the content and making it to our own thoughts, our own piece of entities here, So I'm gonna put it out there. I'm coming for the top. I'm coming for the top spot. Hey, top of the stream. Yo, Lucille's in the house, y'all. Lucille is in the house. The champ is here. Hey, what's going on, Manuel? Glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. Eric's in the house, one of my day ones. How you doing, Eric? Hey, man, you here every day, man. Respect to you, man. I like Didi. Hey, Didi says it like it is, man. I like her content. She's good. She's really good. I know she started live streaming recently. We was competing one night. It's all good, though. Yeah. Y'all can tell her that, too. Ain't no hate over here, y'all. Ain't no hate. If y'all see her, be like, hey, that dude thinks you cold. Rod's like, I'm going to go back and catch the replay. Man, Rod, what is up with Rod here, man? Rod, why are you always trolling me? You always coming for the kid's head. Hey, man, you know what, though? Go catch the replay then. We don't want you here. You can go somewhere. All right, Rod? You know what, though? Find you a new tribe, Rod. Find you a new tribe. Hey, man. Robbie, hey, real talk. Robbie fucking with me, man. You know what, though? And it's cool to have the way he does that, though, because I go through the comments and there's some people. Here's the irony, guys. When you start a channel like this and you're responding to comments, people watch you and then, I guess I appeal to a lot of people. I guess I have a personality, the way I come off and talk, and people are cool with me, right? The way I've been growing. So the comment section, people are writing comments to me like they've known me for like 5 or 10 years. So of course I'm kind of responding that way. But Rod's acting like the dude who I've known since like kindergarten with the damn joke show. Hey, man. Hey, it's all good though, man. I need that breakup every once in a while. Cause I'll be in there because this is being a full-time job, being a content creator, as far as not just recording content, the equipment and learning everything I got going on here, but also the engagement with y'all, the subscribers. And I'll see some Rod comment. I'm like, hey, man, come on. I'll be shaking my head like, come on, man. But I needed the last, man. So shout out to Rod. See, that's the dope thing about the situation here. When you find the people that are cool as hell, and even though they ribbing you, you don't have a problem with them ribbing you because I have really, really thick skin. So I can take jokes. So yeah, man, shout out to Rod, man. Ain't no hate over here, Rod. So when you crack jokes and if you read in the comment a certain way, it ain't even like that. I'm literally laughing my ass off. But if you come for the disrespect, Rod, just know it's going down. Yeah, no doubt. Coda's like, women experience more negative emotion. It's biological. Hey, you ain't saying nothing but a word, man. Hey, what's going on, Jimmy? I never seen you here before, but if you have and I didn't acknowledge you, welcome. Welcome. Who's this here? I gotta call that person back later. Phone ringing. I'll get back to after the show here. Hey, Rose. Hey, Try, finally made it. Happy weekend. Glad you're here, Rose. Hey, what's going on, Peter? Glad you're here. I wasn't trolling. Got jokes. I know you're not trolling, man. Hey, we got Tito in the house. Original day one. How you doing, Tito? You out here working hard today? Yeah. Rod's like, I joke sometimes, but it's always respectful. Yeah, Rod, it's all good, man. I ain't hating, man. It's good. I need it every once in a while. Dave is old school roaster. Thanks, Tito. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, y'all didn't check out that live yesterday. Y'all gonna be tripping. So I gotta go back to that last comment though, because that's why I'm on so early. Not gonna stick into it. We gotta talk about Andrew Tate, guys. We're gonna talk about Andrew Tate. But who's winning today? Because that's why I'm on early. Because the fight's in the UK, and whenever there's a fight in the UK, the fight is gonna be on the afternoon here in the States. So, who's winning? I need Anthony Joshua to win. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. I said I need him to win. But who's gonna win? Is Usyk, y'all. I hope I'm wrong. This is the one prediction I hope I'm wrong, because Usyk's a bad boy. Usyk cold. Former undisputed cruiserweight champion. He got 3 of Joshua's belts after he gave him that ass whooping early in the year. Hey, man. Hey, Usyk no joke. Reason why I'm saying Usyk's gonna win, because all the damn ish that Joshua's talking here. He's talking like a man who's already lost. In boxing, you cannot have mental defeat before stepping in the ring and putting your physical attributes to the test. He already sounds mentally defeated. And then the reports are coming out that you're gonna change trainers. He changed and moved to Robert Garcia. If you have a major fight like this here, I wouldn't have taken the rematch. I would have got with Robert Garcia, get through 2 fights, and see if you can get that going, because it takes a lot of muscle memory to work with a new trainer. So, answer your question, bro. Joshua losing today, man. But if he wins, I'll be freaking happy, because we can either see Joshua Fury or Joshua Wilder, possibly, which should have happened 5 years ago. Joshua and Eddie Hearn ran from that shit. Joshua and Hearn, I can't stand Eddie Hearn's punk ass. Gonna say it. Eddie Hearn's one of the reasons why there's a problem in boxing. He come in here thinking he can change boxing in the States when he ain't never been in the States. He has no idea about the African-American community. He has no idea how blacks enjoy boxing and the viewing experience. All he knows from his young 38-year-old self of how whites do it in the UK. He has no fucking clue how Americans get down. Hey, man, why did he schedule a fight in Vegas? He scheduled a fight in Vegas when Martin Lawrence had a comedy show that same night. Hey, man. Let me tell y'all something. Martin Lawrence is a legend in the comedy scene. You're not going to see him do too many comedy specials. When he does, he's popping up once every 5 years now. Last time I saw him in Chicago was 2015? Last time I saw him, 2015, I think, give or take. It's been about 5 or 6 years. 6 years almost since he's been in Chicago, at least when I saw him. So when you get an opportunity to have an icon, a black icon, what are blacks going to choose? What black people are going to choose? Are they going to choose to see Martin Lawrence and schedule their weekend in Vegas around Martin Lawrence, or a goddamn boxing fight? Even the hardcore boxing fans is going to probably see Martin Lawrence. That's why I don't rock with Eddie Hearn, man. He talks so much hubris, and he has no idea about black people. Just gonna say it like that. Hey, what's going on, Mac? Dave, steel, sharp as steel. Facts. We're gonna talk about Andrew Tate, guys. Don't worry. I just gotta do this real fast, and we're gonna get into it. Like I said, I'm here for a short time, not for a long time today. Dave, you have real life content while at the same time able to keep real and funny at times. The stuff you're talking about is really happening out here. Hey, man. That's the whole idea about doing the show, is about being creative, being funny to a degree, having a personality. Just for guys who want to have your own YouTube channel, you have to be personable. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to relate. Not everybody's going to relate to you, but the audience that you want to do for your YouTube channel, can you talk to them? Can you engage them? Can you make them smile? Or are you boring and monotonous? That's how I come here. I don't want to be boring and monotonous, and I want to give y'all something to keep coming back. I know there's some days maybe hit and miss. There may be some misses. I try to have more hits, you know, so I appreciate that, Dave, man, no doubt. Thanks. Hey, what's going on, Daryl? From North Carolina, I'm liking your shows. Keep it coming. Thanks, man. Hey, let's get started here. Before we get started, I always forget to say this in the top of the show. TDND roll call. We're going to get into it now. City, state, zip. Like I tell y'all, Chicagoland suburb 630 stand up. I need to know where the roll call is, and then we get into Andrew Tate, guys. That's how we doing it here. Let me get some more of these comments here. Roll call, y'all. Now I'm going to have to start watching boxing. Got that right. But boxing is trash right now. This second half of the year, there's really no major fights scheduled because of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford hanging things up here. As soon as we get that fight to happen, or they just say it's not going to happen, then we could probably get some more schedules for the rest of the year. We're already close to the end of August here. It's the 8th month of the year. We only got 4.5 more months of this month here, and we don't have any really major fights on the horizon. So right now, it is trash closing out 2022. Spence and Crawford need to get that scheduled, or they need to move on so we can get these other fights going. Thank you, Rose. Hit that like button. Thank you. What you saying, bro? I'm saying what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn does not understand black people. He in the UK. That's the equivalency of me if I was a boxing promoter and I was going to say, you know what, guys, I'm going to the UK. I'm taking over boxing in the UK. I'm going to be the top promoter, and I'm going to wipe out all the promoters because they don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm that dude, and I'm the dopest boxing promoter. That's Eddie Hearn. How could I do that when I have no idea of the culture in the UK? I know about it, but I don't know how they move. I don't know how things are. He sees it just by the interactions he has with fighters. He has no idea, and it's proven. He has blown $1 billion of DAZN's money. And what marketplace does DAZN have? Real talk. DAZN, he spent over $1 billion. Can you guys name me, any boxing fans, can you guys name me a top fight that Eddie Hearn's put on DAZN? A top fight that everybody says, I have to go see it. And is there a fighter that Eddie Hearn has developed to become a star? Not Anthony Joshua. He was a gold medalist come out of the Olympics. No matter what promoter got him, he was already a star. Y'all don't hear me though, man. Y'all ain't hearing me. Come on, man. Trainer can't help the chin, so I want to see what style Garcia is going to implement to keep Joshua from getting hit. I don't think the 4 months is going to help him, man. It takes too much time to break some of the muscle memory and some of the items that he has instinctively to break with a new trainer. You don't start a new trainer and go into the biggest fight of your life, man. You take that time off. He's a name. He's a face. He's a cash cow. He could have took 2 tune-up fights. He could have had this fight this month against a top 15 guy like a Robert Hernandez, like Deontay Wilder's fighting. And then his next fight, he could probably fight another guy in the top 10, maybe an over-the-hill Luis Ortiz at this point in the game, right? You do those 2 fights, you have over close to a year of Robert Garcia, you work on the tricks of trade, and then by this time next year, he could get any title shot that he wants. He is a cash cow, but nah, ain't gonna work for him, y'all. I'm telling you. Hey, man, H-Town stand up. Thanks, Rod. Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you, Eric. Drinking game. Every time Dave hits the air horn, Eric will take a shot of cognac. Drink. Hey, what's going on, Kari? Tanner Bank, Pacific Ocean, 60 miles off the coast of San Clemente Island. Hey, shout out to you. You living the life. You living the life. Tito, Columbia, South Carolina, 803, stand up. Hey, what's going on, Jesse? Las Vegas, but relocate to Portland metro area for a tech job. Hey, congratulations on the job, man. If you relocated, that means that they're cutting the check. Good job for you, man. I'm on a boat. All right, Lil Rock 501, stand up. Eddie Hearn's a younger version of Bob Arum. Nah, he ain't no Bob Arum. Bob Arum's created stars. Bob Arum's been in the game for 70 years. Y'all can have y'all problems with him, but one thing I will do, and I have my problems with him, but I will show respect. He's put on the biggest fights in boxing history. He's promoted. He has represented the biggest fighters in boxing history. And he has created stars. He may have had his issues, but he has created stars. You can't put Eddie Hearn on the same boat with Bob Arum, man. That's blasphemous, dog. Sorry, Jesse. Sorry. Yep, Tito. Dallas, Texas, yes. You got your drink code. Yeah. That's how I feel, man. He shouldn't have took that match, man. All right, let's get into it, guys. Hey, what's going on, Dale? Glad you're here. 843, stand up. Let's get into it, guys. Like I said, I'm here for a short time, not for a long time. Jesse's like, yes, sir, I'm trying to get that 100K and up club with 10 months working with cloud computing platform. Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, for anybody in the tech game, y'all gotta get in that cloud game. My job moving to the cloud right now as we speak. A lot of work in cloud status. Cloud and Amazon Web Services, y'all. I can't go too deep in this here because I ruin my algorithm. But hey, if y'all in the tech game, try to get in the tech game, I'm gonna give y'all a few tips of the trade here. You guys need to know Linux/Unix. I know people love their Windows OS systems, but if you want to be in the tech game, you need to know Linux. Oh yeah, you got to get up on that. You need to understand cloud technology, cloud computing. Oh yeah. Oracle and SQL, got to know your databases. Even if you're not a DBA, you need to understand your struts. You need to understand your syntaxes. Hey man. Y'all want to get this money? We got a lot of guys in my tribe. We gonna have another discussion about this, another day besides when I get to this Andrew Tate stuff, right? But just real talk. I got a lot of my guys who are average and below average, and they rock with me because I rock with them, because we know how hard it is out here, right? But I'm all about leveling up, guys. And you want to know something? If you want to level up, man, the game is there for you if you want to take it. They're paying money, and we can't find people to hire. Hey, man, it's hard to find hard people in the States who know the IT tech game. We go overseas. We go elsewhere to outsource, okay? Onboarding that. Y'all don't get it. Companies, all the companies I've been with I've been in the game for 22 plus years. You know how much we outsource to Mumbai, India, to other parts of the world here to save money? A and B, because Americans don't want to put in the goddamn work to understand this field to make this money. Come on, y'all. We got a lot of people. I will say it. Hey, man, this recession is here. The economy ain't right. We have inflation, and there's a lot of mofos. I don't like using kid gloves. A lot of people are freaking broke, and y'all need to step y'all game up. And if you really have the wherewithal to say, hey, I think I can do this. It's not, I think, I know I can do it. Let me go ahead and put my head down for about a year or two and then get my feet wet and get my first job and kind of go from there. Guys, we got to elevate. I do these videos on modern women, these 304s, these banshees, these hood boogers, right? But at the same time, you can't expect the woman to be feminine. You can't expect the woman to be on your program. You can't expect the woman to be submissive if you ain't doing everything you need to do to be the masculine man you're supposed to be. Andrew Tate talks about this here. He's elevated himself to put himself in a level that some people think that his speech is hate, that is problematic, right? But he has put himself in the position to make the demands that he has because he is successful. He was smart to move in certain ways here. So now he can do whatever he wants. And if a woman doesn't want to be on it, you keep it moving. But we can't be a guy working at Walmart, barely making $34,000 a year, and expect a woman to be comfortable in her femininity, because y'all gonna be complaining about bills. Y'all gonna be playing about why this bill was late. Yo, we gotta pay the rent. The rent's due tomorrow. I gotta hold you guys accountable. We can't clown these women. We can't. But we're clowning these women. We're talking about their unreal expectations. 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, 25 years old, but now wants to be married and don't want to give you a kid. We talk about them all the time. But what are you doing? Are you a pookie? Do you have 3 kids by 2 baby mamas and you live in the basement at your mama house? And you wondering why a girl has a problem when you take her out? Hey man, it's a 2-way street. We got guys here who are black pill, who are incels, right? And I get it. I can understand why a guy could turn incel. I can understand how a man can be black pill, right? But you can't be on this side of the street here and talking about these women and wanting these things if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Come on, man, y'all ain't hearing me. Hey, man. Hey, man. Come on, man. That's just like, tell them, bro. Yeah. Yep, Linux and basic understanding the Python, SQL is money, fam. Hey, Jesse. Yo, let me just give y'all this game here. If y'all in the Chicagoland suburbs, right? And if y'all went ahead and get your Unix, Linux administration, it takes about a year, depending on the school. It's actually the biggest junior college in the nation here. It's called College of DuPage in Glen Ellen. They offer great tech classes, right? They had a top program in labs when I started going there when I was fresh out of high school in the late 90s, right? And now they're even bigger. I think their enrollment's close to like over 40 or 50,000. They got a freaking like a hospital for a freaking junior college, right? I'm using them as an example because that's my area where I grew up and I went to school. I went there, went to DeVry, went to a couple of schools, right? But you could go there for a year, get your Unix and Linux administration, get your SQL certification, right? You can learn Oracle or TIBCO. For anybody that doesn't wear, Google TIBCO. I worked on that for years, right? You don't got to learn all those, but learn 2 or 3 of those disciplines. Give yourself about 2, 3, or 4 years of experience. And then if you can become a Linux admin, you making 6 figures. We cannot find enough people in the States to be Linux admins. A year of studying and maybe a year or 2 of getting your footing in. And then if you understand it good, you got to take that first job to get your foot in the door. By that 2nd or 3rd job, you could easily be making over 6 figures because we cannot find the help. Because us Americans are fucking lazy. I can count how many black men I have worked in my field with here. Hey, man, on both my hands in 22 years, I can count the number of black men who's been in IT with me at my jobs. And I've worked for small companies. I've worked for upstarts. I worked for Fortune 500s. I worked for the government. Come on, man. Be lazy. Americans are a bit lazy. We are. Tech us away, my brother. I'm working on Python as we speak. There you go, man. Get that money, man. Get that money, Cam. Tito's like, don't take on the stress. Yeah, you're right. Women love guys who are needy and dependent. Oh, Lord. Hey, Eric. Glad you're here. Rose like, yes, these are the area discussions that we really need to pay attention to, put in that work. Exactly. Hey, Mike's in the house, man. What's going on, Mikey? Glad you joined on, man. That's right. Likes up, people. Dave keeping it real. Hey, man. That's law. Yo, Dave, what's going on, Watts? Glad you're here. Fellas, learn these skills. It will change your life. Facts. Here's the thing, guys. You can learn so much, and maybe you're not certified. Maybe you were like a person like me who didn't afford to go to school and go to classes. I went to school for a time being, and then I didn't finish school. I taught myself everything that I learned. Unfortunately, I don't have Linux administration certifications. I don't have Unix administration certifications. I don't have any SQL certifications. I don't even have a goddamn degree. That's the beauty about being in tech. If you know the game, baby, hey man, if you can precisely showcase your superiors how to handle the job, and they don't care about that damn degree. Let me keep it funky and a buck with y'all. My current job said they wanted a guy with at least 7 years experience and a master's degree. Hey man, I ain't even got an associate degree, and I've been there almost over 7 years now. Come on, they wanted a master's degree. They wanted a master's degree. I ain't got an associate's. I have enough credits for an associate's, but it's about what you know, and can you demonstrate that? Can you prove yourself that? Can you put in the work and hours? If something breaks, can you understand the logic and then go ahead and get to the root cause analysis, engage all the right people, and get that fixed before financial ruin happens for the company? Y'all know what I'm talking about here. I'm not even joking right now. I'm giving y'all some IT game 101 here. I gotta get to Andrew Tate now. I'll go off on a tangent, but I want to do this because us as Blacks, we're not doing what we're supposed to. It goes on both sides, women and men. Because when we look at the stats, we are below level on every major category. So if y'all rock with me and I'm spending some game, and if you know someone who's in this area or wants to get into it, tell them they need to get off their ass and do it. It doesn't just happen by osmosis. I'm here every day on goddamn YouTube as well, guys. I have my career I'm telling y'all about now. And on top of that, y'all see me every single day here because why? Because I want it. I want to get better. I want to be the best. And I also want to be able to be good at what I want to do here. And it doesn't happen if you're just talking about it. You're a wannabe. Or 50 Cent, you're a wankster. Hey, man. The only way things get done if you get up off your ass and get to it. This is my 4th straight day live streaming. I'm tired as hell. Prior to this day here, I have done over 7 hours of talk time alone just on my live streams. And we're not even talking about the reaction videos that I do that y'all don't know. Sometimes I can do them in one take, or if I have some sort of issues on my end here and how long one video can take me to upload here. Just the live streams alone, not even counting today, is 7 hours of talk time. So what is your excuse? What is your excuse? You don't have one. I got a family. I got a little one that just started kindergarten this week. I got a house. I got a mortgage. I got responsibilities. I have a full-time job that has me on call where I do work 7 days a week at times, and I am here too as well. And my career does pay me money where I say that we need all the money we can. I'm not gonna say I don't need this money, but it's great to have. But if I didn't have this YouTube situation, I'm still able to take care of my family. So what is your excuse? Because y'all ain't hearing me. Hey, what's going on, man? What you say? Glad you're here. Close like either go into STEM fields or get a trade. STEM is part of IT. That's the T part of STEM. Science, technology, and depending on a part of IT, engineering as well. And there is some form of math. So when we talk about IT, you're literally looking at the whole gamut depending on where you're at. Hey, man. That's where the money's at, but people don't want to go where the money's at. People want to be lazy and sit on their ass and expect things to be done for them. No, people who eat, people who want to get it done is the one getting up early. They're the ones at 5 a.m. fishing to get the fish. Come on now. You can't expect someone to do things for you. What you saying here, Cam? There are positions here in Georgia where they are begging for people to learn code. Hey, man. Yo, we got jobs postings. We can't find people in my gig. It's taking a year to fill certain positions. We don't got no one in the States. And we will pay. That's the thing. We will pay. We can't find qualified people. Hey, Dave, I'm in supply chain management field, and the team I lead do lots of planning, forecasting, and logistic designs. After 17 years, I don't run across a lot of brothers. Money is available. Hey, Rod, you're saying the same thing I'm saying. We don't have any brothers in these fields. And I'll admit, I know one of my jobs, matter of fact, I think it was my second job, my second or my third full-time job. I know I was a diversity hire. I know I was a quota hire. You wanna know why? Because in the whole building, it was all white people. All white people. And there was only one black guy, and he was mixed. He was half black and half white. So when I came in there, I'm like, hey, I'm a quota fill. It didn't matter though. You know why? I did my job. I put that on my resume. I had managers that vouched for me for references at that point. So you know what though? Who cares about diversity hire? You need to take the options that's available to you and then you maximize that. So when the next position comes, you ain't even a diversity hire. You're just the best damn guy to do the job, or woman. We gotta talk about Andrew Tate, y'all. Gotta get into him now. Average around 75K a year. Hey, I remember when I cracked 75K a year. The first time, it was beautiful. And you know what happened after that? I wasn't content. I said, I need to make 80. I need to make 90. I need to get to 100K. See, I never stopped. I was never just comfortable. That's what I'm doing right now. And I want to encourage you guys, before I talk about Andrew Tate here, to encourage you that you guys can do more if you work on your schedule, your calendar, prioritize your time so you're not cutting your head off here. You can do it. I remember, like I said, when I made 75, the goal was to get to 80, 85. And I said, you know what? My next goal after that point, I said, I need to make 100K before I turn 35. You know what? Hell yeah, I got there. And you know, after I got that 100K, the first 2 checks were beautiful. And you know, actually after that first month of checks, you get paid twice a month. I said, you know what though? What do I gotta do to make more? Not settled, not content. Keep putting in that work, baby. You may not get there, but how far do you get when you hit your plateau, when you hit your ceiling? That's the goal. We shouldn't be comfortable. If you're comfortable, then only time we should be comfortable is when the game is over. You're about to retire and you set everything up. While we young, we should get on the ball, get on our goal, and do what we're supposed to do. Okay, we got to get into it now, guys. I didn't know I was going to go that long on that tangent here. What's going on, Harold? I hear you, bro. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Quiet. Too many people going to go to Linux, then pay will be much lower supply and demand. What? Brian, your comment makes no goddamn sense, because even though I'm saying it, no one's going there. That's the key why I'm saying it. No one is going there. Supply and demand. So the supply is, we don't have the engineers or the admins to do the job. Do you think that's going to change overnight? It hasn't changed. Linux, of course, is Unix is the precursor to Linux. All these years, and the demand is still there. Hey man, the last 12 years, I have seen that demand. So it's not going to go down, because we as Americans are lazy and not doing it. We go overseas to get these people. Hey man, you ain't hearing me. You ain't hearing me, man. Even though I can talk about we all go do this here. And you know what's gonna happen? There's gonna be changes in IT in the environment. The problem is that we will never have the people to do the jobs. Hey, what's going on, Frankie? My first time seeing you, man. Hey, that dude named Dave, 1000% truth. I wish more bros would get in IT like you and I. I'm in the cybersecurity and information assurance team, close to 200K currently. Hey, man, cybersecurity is getting 200K a year. I know that for a fact. I got people that are making a minimum of $160 a year in cybersecurity. Hey, man, there's so much. Here's the thing. There's new technology that keeps coming up that we can't get the people to fill the needs. We are overworked in IT. Well, you guys realize we are overworked. I work 7 days a week, multiple times in a month. Come on now. Well, I say, and along with doing this here, that's the reason why I'm doing these live streams now, because I'm not on call. I'm not on call. That's why I'm here on a Saturday. But their technology is ever increasing, ever growing. We need the minds not only to run it, but to pick up the new innovations. There's always new innovations, and we don't have the bodies to jump in that pot. We got to talk about Andrew Tate, y'all. I'm trying to pour into y'all here. Dave is giving some game today. I have an NBA, waste of money. Damn, sorry to hear that, Cole. Dave is not lying, family. The tech industry is so lucrative. There's so many more code camps out here for free, or you can pay after you land your first job. That true? Hey, you know how I got in the game, guys? I ain't gonna front. My pride, I put to the side. I got my first job in help desk. I said, the way I'm gonna get to is here, I gotta get my foot in the door. Not gonna lie, my first job was completely phone support. And you know what I did? On my breaks and my times off like that, I would walk to different groups and I would see how they do their job. Our networking team, our DBA team, the engineering team, the application support team. I would go to all, the different dev teams. I would be in their queues and talk to them. And when I be talking, I'll be looking at their screens, looking at their notes, just asking questions. That's how I got started. I took the help desk route. Job paid me $30,000 a year over 22 years ago. I went from 30, the next job to 33,000, to 37,000. Then I finally got a decent application job. I went from 41 to 50, 47 to 40. I was growing. I had no qualm. I said, the next job, y'all pay me just a little bit more. Let me learn this. And it kept going, and it kept going, and it kept going. So eventually, of course, I didn't have a degree, but I knew what was going on because I was physically touching the systems every time I leveled up. I was physically doing the work. I was getting more experience on the job than learning in school, which was, of course, my favorable situation. Yo, you don't have to wait to go to school if school's a problem. Take a help desk job, get a phone support position job, and get in the door. Get in the door, and then you can figure out from there. Get that experience. Understand how the company is moving because you're level one. They need you. You're valuable to the point of you are the front line of support. Get in the door and then figure out the other groups. And then from that point on, you can say, hey, I may want to do that, or I want to do that, or I want to do that, or maybe I want to learn both these skills here and I'm going to sit here and get this check here and learn. My point is get off your ass. You got to do it. Andrew Tate talked about that. He's not a guy that sat on and did what he did here. No, he made himself a millionaire by not sitting on his ass and figuring out the avenues and how to get to this paper. But we're going to get about him and getting canceled here. But y'all ain't hearing me. We got to get to him now. Let me get to more of these comments, but I'm letting y'all know y'all can do this. You just got to get off your ass and want it. No excuses, brother. Just remember that 24-year-old already on house arrest living with his parents. Yeah, that dude video. I was 24 years old. When I first broke 41,000. That's how awesome I was on my grind. That was a big accomplishment for me back then. I'm making $20 an hour at 24 years old. And when you look at the economy in 2004 with the rate of inflation and what the dollar is, when I was making $20 an hour and 41,000 a year back then, it's the equivalent of 64,000 now. Times have changed. That's why we can't just rest on 41,000 for the average man, because 41,000 today ain't the same 41,000 20 years ago. Tate's counted because he's against feminism. Facts. I got a few clips we're going to show. What I'm going to do is, if you guys have not seen of Andrew Tate's talking points, I'm going to play a few of them here before I get out of here. So let's get into Andrew Tate, guys. I'm going to get a few more of your comments. I'm getting paid overtime listening. Hey, man. Hey, I ain't mad at you, Brian. Get that money, man. If I'm helping you get that money, If I'm helping you get that cheddar, man, stay an extra hour or two, get that time and a half, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Damn it, Dave, stop working. Hey, you don't know something? I'm just like my dad, rest in peace. That man worked his ass off. You see, that's why we need Black fathers in the homes. Another point here, we talk about modern women. So I don't need a man. I'm a father and a mother. No, you're not. I love my mom to death, but she didn't put the work ethic in me to be a man. She did not teach me to be a man. She did not teach me how to be the head of the family. She did not teach me these things. Only a father can properly do these things here for a young boy. My pop put that work ethic in me. And I literally told myself, I said, you know what though? I will give myself a career so I won't have to work as hard as my dad. Anyone know something? I'm working just as harder than he ever had. Hey man, hard work is contagious. But when you see the results and you know what you could do for your family, that's the ultimate goal. Mike's like, that's why they're sending jobs to the Philippines and they're paying a fourth. If these jobs don't get filled by locals, they'll start sending them outside. Facts, Mikey. Like I said, we got jobs filled in Mumbai, India, where I do. The tech game is heavy in India, especially in Mumbai. Mumbai got a gang of jobs, yo. See here. Man, y'all killing it here. Hey, what's going on, Roderick? I'm an IT manager and it's crazy busy now. Hell yeah. Hey, you know what I'm talking about here, how crazy it is right now. Remember last year we had the Great Resignation? Had a lot of folks, especially in IT right now, because of the Great Resignation last year, a lot of folks left their gigs and a lot of cats were getting to the bag. Guys who were making 100,000 were able to get 150. Guys getting $125, getting 180. Guys getting 180, getting 230. This tech game is serious and these people are paying top dollar. Y'all have no idea the financial resources that these HR departments have in finding the qualified candidates for their analysts and engineers. Hey man, y'all ain't hearing me. Hey, what's going on, Felix? I did not know cybersecurity make money like that. Hey man, everybody in IT making this money. People are getting this money. Don't be shocked if someone says, I work in cybersecurity, I'm making $140 a year. Or I work here, I'm an entry level and I'm a level 1, level 2 grade here. I'm getting $165 a year. Or I'm a senior and I'm getting $210 a year. Hey man, cats are getting to this paper with not even high degrees. Bachelor's is the max. And here's what I want to say to you guys too. Y'all do not need no damn master's in IT. If you're getting your master's, it's for a different discipline and because you love the education and it's not coming out of your pocket and you don't need no damn loans. If you're getting a loan for a master's degree in IT, you're wasting your goddamn money. Brother, you were speaking the truth about the IT field. That's where I started, Dave. Technical support. Hey, man, y'all, technically, now, if you a Pookie and Ray, you hurting, if you find the right phone support, technical support job, you can make 50 a year and to get in the door. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get into it, guys. I long short y'all enough here. Let's get into Andrew Tate, guys. Let's get into it here. Now, Andrew Tate, I was doing the live stream yesterday, right? I was doing the live stream yesterday, and it started coming out that, hey, that dude, did you hear Andrew Tate got deleted? He got removed from Facebook or Meta and Instagram. They're banning him. I'm like, for real? And there was a couple of things going back and forth. It was like, nah, Dave, he's not canceled or maybe like that. But then it came out that, Meta and IG has came out and quote unquote, we got some cancel culture in the house, guys. What I'm gonna do is, let me just read you guys a quick synopsis of Andrew Tate. He is an American British internet personality and former professional kickboxer. Following his kickboxing career, Tate began offering paid courses and memberships through his website and later rose to fame following a move to influencer marketing. Tate has been subject to controversy due to his allegedly misogynistic statements on topics such as sexual assault that resulted in bans from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So the whole Meta platform basically says, hey, Andrew Tate, you got to go, man. Let me read this article from the BBC. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull the article from the BBC up. And then we're going to get to a few videos to discuss. Hold on here, guys. Here we go. I'll make myself the small box so you guys can see what I'm reading too. So let's read this article here, then we'll get into it about Tate's stance here. All right. Y'all see him? Don't he look different with the hair? He don't look right. I'm glad he went with the bald head look, because him rocking that scruffy look ain't a good look on him. Y'all gonna see more of these pictures. It says the former kickboxer rose to fame in 2016 when he was removed from the show Big Brother over a video which appeared to depict him attacking a woman. He went on to gain notoriety online with Twitter, batted him for saying women should bear responsibility for being SA. I'm not going to say it on here. Y'all see the highlight. He had 4.7 million Instagram followers at the time his account was removed. The number had grown rapidly from around 1 million followers in June. Meta said it had removed the kickboxing star from his platform for violating its policies on dangerous organizations and individuals, but did not provide further details. I wanted to highlight that here. Try. They did not provide details on the banning. Interesting. Interesting. And can I just be honest? I just want to say this for the record. I want you guys to know where I stand. I have no allegiance to Donald Trump. I don't rock with him and support him. But when they banned him off social media, I didn't like that. Because, people, you can hate him. You can think the man is a racist. You can think he's probably the worst president ever. You can think that he probably put us on the brink of World War III, right? He's no longer in office now. He could run. It looks like it, he may run, all the things going on here. But if they're going to take the president of the United States off social media, what does that do for us? That's the bigger picture of it. Yeah, the dude's an a-hole. Yeah, the dude's wilding. The dude, y'all probably thinking, yo, man, he gonna destroy the earth. Whatever y'all feelings are between left and right. This is not gonna be a political conversation on that point. The point that I'm driving is that when something like that happens, us little people, we do not have a chance. Because if they'll take the president of the United States off social media, we can say things way less and they'll remove us from our platforms. Like what it says here, but did not provide further details. That's problematic, y'all. Like, if you're gonna remove somebody from platforms, there should be an explanation on the details, not a blanket statement saying, well, you know what though, you're providing hate speech and we'll get back to you later. We'll give you details later. No. And I get it here, right? When you join a platform, you join social media, you have to abide by their rules and regulations, right? But it's inconsistent. There is people on social media who have said and done worse than Andrew Tate, whether you like his views or not. And the problem though is that they're still on social media. Women have said worse things. We don't see women getting canceled. How often, matter of fact, I want to give an example. Me and Mikey, before I started this channel here, Mikey remembered this here. We were watching a video from The View. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, Mikey. And Joy Behar and the whole panelists were laughing and kikiing for 8 to 10 minutes over a man getting his private parts cut off by his woman. Hey, man, isn't that not hate speech? Isn't that violent and problematic? Women can get away with so much in the hate speech field, but when a man does it, we got a problem. We got to cancel him. Who hurt you? You're misogynistic. You're trouble. You're a problem. You don't love women. Who hurt you? Hey, man. I want to pull up this part here, then we'll get to some of these videos here. I want to read this, what the BBC is saying. Just let y'all know how they feel about him. Andrew Tate's videos promoting misogyny and targeting women have come to prominence this summer, with many teens commenting on just how much he's appearing on their social media feeds. His content has raised concerns about the real-world effect it could have, especially on the younger users exposed to it during school holidays when they have their time on their hands. So y'all hear that? They're saying that because kids are hearing what he's saying, we got a problem. These teenagers, oh my God, right? But we don't create the same level of balance when it comes to women. Hey, man. Hey, shout out to Baba, man. Cynthia G speaks hate speech every day. I saw you sign up to my channel a long time ago, and I subscribed to your channel. Yo, man, I kind of dig what you're doing. Yeah, so thanks for subscribing. I actually did follow you, man, so thanks for hopping on here, man. Thank you. If they can remove a sitting president, it's over for the common man. That is the point I'm saying, Cam. Take away your viewpoints on him. Take away that you hate him. Take away you think he's a racist. Take away you think that he got pissed on by some Russian prostitutes. He was the president of the United States, and they removed him. We have to look at the bigger picture, because if they can silence him, we all can get silenced. We all can be removed. They can all try to cancel us here. They can try to remove us and try to make us destitute and saying that you don't deserve to make a living. You don't need to come back and be a part of society. You are wrong for society here. You are a mean man. Men should not listen to you. You are toxic. Hey, man. Hey, I didn't care for Trump, but that was bigger than Trump. That was bigger than Trump. So how about this here, guys? I'm gonna play a video because Andrew Tate did cam up yesterday. He cammed up yesterday. He had his viewpoints on why he got banned. Let's get these likes up, y'all. I know we don't got a lot of people here. Got a nice little cozy crowd today. I know we don't got the 400 people like we had last week, right? But, we got like 82 people here. Let's get these likes up, y'all. We're going to pull up the video. He talked yesterday. I don't know if anybody saw his reaction yesterday. It literally happened a few hours and then he cammed up with us at Aiden Ross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the video up with his reaction here. So let me get to it here. Guys. Before I do that here, I want to get to this here. Hold on. Hey, what's going on, Mike? I don't think he's somebody I want to defend. You should. The one thing that we have here in America is the laws that we have that's unlike any other country. It's all about looking at the bigger picture, guys. I'm saying this because you don't have to support Andrew Tate's views. You don't have to support Trump's views. It's about the liberties that we have in this country that's close to be stripped away. I used to be super hardcore left, and I'm seeing that the left is moving the same way as the hardcore right. You don't have any moderate progressives in the middle anymore. And the ones that do are being silenced by the hardcores on each side here. Where is our moderate GOPs? Where is our in the middle moderate Democrats? We don't. We have the snowflakes far, 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 far on the left. Then we got the crazy jankies on the right. You should defend not because you like him, but because of our civil liberties that is slowly being eroded away. Hey, man, we talk about these other countries like a Brittany Griner, her in Russia right now, because of what she did, what everybody's saying. She's only 10 years for some weed. That's how Russia looks at weed. But what about the United States? We're saying you can go to dispensary right now and cop you an eighth and be home and be able to toke up and you high as ever within 22 minutes. We live in the most liberal country, so the last thing we want is the liberal that gives us our freedoms to be taken away because we're already complaining about other countries. So if we're complaining about other countries, you have no idea how they're living. We live in a country where we have so much freedom, so much. Oh, but if we're getting to the point where that if we speak what we feel and they're saying you're canceled, we're going to take you off. And I get it. Social media, they have their rules and regulations, but if they don't even give you the reason, that's going to be the string that just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. Come on now. We weren't, the way we're moving in 2022, did we move like this in 2012? Did we move like this in 2002? No. No. And you know what happens here, people? I'm saying this for the politic reasons. Whatever your politics are, you will justify it because it happened on the other side. But what happens when it happens to you? That's the key. We like to have selective criticism. We like to have that selective amnesia. It happens on the right and you're happy. If it happens on the left, whoa, what's going on here? No, you see, that's why if it happens on the right, you should be concerned. Or if it happens on the left, you should be concerned. Because when we allow willy-nilly canceling, taking away your platform, possibly losing your job, or whatever the case may be, it starts because of something major early, and we did nothing about it to silence it. Hey, man. Hey, they could stop Hitler earlier. People were cool and let him rise to power. Just using that as an extreme analogy. You see it happening, but you're like, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. And what happened? My man did some things what he did during the World War II time. Like I said, you see it happening, but are you too lazy to voice your opinion and say, hey, you know what? This ain't right. I know I don't fuck with him, but this ain't right. Peter's like, you're correct, that dude named Dave. Dave is right. Facebook keeps issuing me 30-day bans for old posts I made from years ago. Hey, Facebook is tripping. And on IG, hey, I hate to use the R card. I hate to use the racist card. But you want to know something? It is overwhelming of Black people, Black celebrities, Black entertainers who've had their posts removed from IG, and white people, their same counterparts, get away with it. You see, you got to call it out when it happens, not because it happens to you. It happens on IG to Black people all the time. Now, I'm going to use an example, and he's an extreme example. Bootsy. He be doing some wild stuff, right? Wild stuff. You want to know something about Bootsy? He's had his IG taken down like 5 or 6 times. And I have literally seen other people in his same level who are maybe white or other races and never had their IG taken down. He has talked to the man who runs IG. I remember he was on a FaceTime with him. And you know, he said, the engineers, he's trying to play it all cool. He's like, hey, fuck the engineers, man. You see my IG here. You see these other motherfuckers here. How come you pointing me out and you're not pointing them out? You see, I go both sides here. I'll call when Blacks are being repressed. I'll call when other nationalities are being repressed. Because at the end of the day, if we don't say nothing about it, they're going to come for all of us. They're coming for all of us, y'all. We allow the one item, and that becomes precedent. That's what I'm forgetting. So when the item happens, when you set a precedent, and you say, hey, got a big dog here. So we get to the big dog. And you know what the little peon's gonna say? How do we fight that when the big dog got silence? You can't. That's what we all got to come together and say, hey, F this stuff. Whether you rock with him or not, saying, hey, this is not cool. So let's get to the video, guys. Let me find the one here I got. All right. So Andrew Tate is commenting from last night about his ban with Aiden Ross here. So I'm bringing the video up now. Let's see here. This is the one here, I think. He's always wearing no shirt, man. He's always flexing. He has no problem saying, hey, man, I'm wearing no shirt. Pause. Y'all gonna see these deltoids. Oh, man. Let me get here. Let's play this video, guys. Y'all been waiting to talk about this here. Let's do this here. Where's the video at? I got to move this over here. All right. Let's hear him speak on this now.
And I need to talk to you about the milky content so it goes all over. Why did you get banned?
I don't know exactly why they banned me. I just tried to log into Instagram a couple hours ago. It wouldn't let me. I have good people in the case. I trust due process with Instagram. I'm actually quite understanding of their position. I do understand it very, very well. I'm not angry at them in any regard. It's not a big loss for me. It's not something I use too often. But I do understand their position because we're actually living in a world now where it's kind of strange. This is an unprecedented period of human history. And we have internet sensationalism, global sensationalism on a scale which has never happened before. And also we have the ability to edit things so quickly, right? So you can say something on a stream and they can remove all context, or you can say something and they can change the tone of your voice, or you can say something.
It's already happened to me many times. Yes,
exactly. And then what they can do is they can throw that in front of a hate mob, and then internet sensationalism can take control, and people can start to believe in narratives which are false, and then people have to take some kind of action against that. So I understand all these things. I understand that with great power and great influence comes great responsibility, and I'm very understanding of the situation. I think that I'm a strongly religious man. I believe that God will prevail, the truth will prevail.
Right.
The one thing that's a little bit annoying, I mean, because a lot of people have been insulting me for a long time on all platforms, and that's fine. It really doesn't bother me because I'm an extremely strong person. I know that some people would be very, very uncomfortable in my position. Not many people can sleep at night with the kind of death threats I've been getting, but for me, it's been fine, right?
So let me just pause here for a second. And before I move on here, I got to acknowledge the first super here. My man, Daniel, with the $2 holla. Sup, Dave and Tribe. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, appreciate that. Now, the difference between Andrew Tate and us, he don't need social media. The dude's rich. He's got like 100 mil, you know? But, so he's very calm about the situation. But why am I going so hard on this here? I'm going hard on this here because, you know, you've seen me talking, Mikey, and we've done encouraging about starting your own YouTube channel. You know, we discussed the things you need to do. I'm in a master class with the lead attorney about building how to get your YouTube channel popping and how to do the best things. I talked to MTR, Mirror Token Reviews, the other day about ask a question about some of the better things I can do, right? So a smaller person like us, like me, if I lost my YouTube channel, hey man, that'd be problematic. I'd be devastated. Like, oh man, I put in all this work for 6 months and it's gone. God, Dizzle, how do I fight this here? You know, Andrew Tate, you know, he's got millions. It's like, I'm cool. I got people on it. Well, go through due process. Social media's not my world, you know, but it's part of the game right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get through this here. So, of course, in his dynamic here, he's like, yeah, it's cool. We're gonna get through this. But I go so hard because for the everyday folks like us here, if we lose our channel or channels plural or your platforms on IG or whatever the case would be, how you promote your brand, how you make your money. Hey, man. People go destitute because they live their life as a content creator and the whole thing gets taken away. So I'm saying take your feelings out of the person you support and look at the bigger picture. Let's continue.
Right? You getting death threats?
Oh yeah, and this is the thing that's crazy, right? So I would get 10 to 20,000 death threats a day.
Wow.
What?
via Instagram.
Via Instagram.
And they would take no action.
Wow.
Even if I reported them. However, they've now decided I'm the danger. And even the people who were supporting me, I was crazy. Yeah. I was saying, look, if you're going to support me in public, if you're going to discuss things in comments, please do it respectfully, because hate on hate, it ain't going to get
I have a question.
Right?
The guys saying in the DMs that are going to kill you. Be honest. If they saw you in person, you think they'd keep that same energy?
I know. Of course not. But it's still.
Let me address that part here too, right? And that happens all the time. And that's why I'm saying there's a bias between men and women here. If he's telling the truth, and I have no reason not to believe him, that he is getting death threats on IG all the time. He's saying 10 to 20,000. That's a hard number to throw out there like that. Unless you're talking about like Wilt Chamberlain saying he banged 20,000. You know what I'm saying? That's a large astronomical number, but you could easily go to his IG account to see those DMs if he still had them, before the banning or whenever if that gets reinstated again. But I bet you, how many of those threats that IG really active engaged those death threats compared to his speech of what he promotes or what he believes in or how he lives his lifestyle? Because I know many people who talk about them getting deleted threats on social media and nothing happens. Like this is looks like an agenda piece here by the fembots. Just gonna say that. Let's continue.
Still, it's just about the fact that there's a lot of hate around on the internet, and I don't believe that hate versus hate is going to win.
So Andrew, what I've learned on the internet now, it's a new generation of internet. The internet is different now, and whatever you say that is hateful gets more likes, more clicks, and it gets more attention. Yeah. Because listen, you probably get thousands of comments that are showing love and praisal, right? But the ones that stick out the most are the hate ones. The ones that are like, he's really saying that shit. So that's why they do it. They do it because they want the clicks, they want the attention, they want the likes. That's really why they do it.
Yeah, and it's really interesting about how it's going to shape the world, right? Because, like I said, with great power comes great responsibility. Now I have millions and millions of people who are my fans, and I was literally teaching them and telling them on Instagram 3 days ago, if you want to defend me, then stick up for me in a respectful way. Even if they're insulting me or threatening my life, do it in a respectful way, because just arguing back and forth in a bitter, immature, hate on hate way isn't going to work. Show that if you're a fan of Andrew Tate, you're a respectful person. And I was trying to teach respect to all these millions of young men. And now, who knows where they're going to go, right? And you're right. It's kind of crazy where the internet has all these black holes of pure degeneracy or hatred, because that's what gets the most views. And it's a shame.
It does. Now, I want to ask you a question. Let me move on to the next thing. Andrew, sure. I've been seeing Reddit posts, Twitter posts about you and about teachers basically saying like, Andrew Tate, I'm a ninth grade teacher, and my male students are basically telling girls to get in the kitchen. And you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you do in school. It doesn't matter how good you do in school. You need to get in the kitchen, and you need to never amount to what a man could do. And they're blaming you for that. And I just want to know, what are your thoughts on seeing posts like that? And like, what is that? What do you have to say about that?
I know that's not the case. I mean, a lot of the things that have been taken up and chopped up and thrown online are things from a very long time ago, when I didn't have a fraction of the influence I have now. I'm not apologizing for them. I'm not even saying that, that they were intrinsically wrong. I'm saying that when you produce as much content as I have, like 6 years of posting, and for the longest period of time no one was watching it, you can go back in anyone's history of 6 years of posting, find 3 minutes and cut it up and chop it up and throw it on TikTok on repeat and make that person look bad. Anyone can do that, right?
I agree with that. You could definitely make it look bad by clips and edits and highlight. I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah.
So that could happen to anybody. And then if a hate mob gets behind it and tries to purport that that's your only worldview, if people don't think critically and they don't sit there and look and analyze for themselves and sit there and go, okay, well, clearly a lot of this cannot be true, because this man is a free man. He has no criminal charges. He's never gone to jail. He travels around the world freely in and out of, Western countries. He has nothing against him. Obviously, these things aren't true, but some people don't think beyond the headline. They see the headline and they believe the headline instantly.
Right.
What's actually a bit inconvenient about the Instagram ban, the only thing that's inconvenient is, I'm going to send you a picture, Aiden, is that I launched an initiative to donate money to a charity aimed at protecting women against domestic violence. Have you seen this? Look, let me send it to you. Put the picture up. I've just sent it to you. So what was happening is, I understood that some people who only view women, I say to people all the time, if you're a man and your friends just play video games or smoke weed or they're committing crime or hanging on the block, you shouldn't hang around with those men because those men are a bad influence on you.
Damn.
And they'll ignore that. But if I say, if your girlfriend is going to be disloyal or disrespectful or not support you in your goals, then they'll sit and say that I'm talking bad things about women. But I talk bad things about men as well all the time. It's nothing to do with gender. It's about trying to be a person who finds high value people and what they.
I want to pause that here for a second. And he breaks a great point there, because I'm not like him, but I've experienced that, where that when I do talk about men, I had people in my own tribe come for me. I had I've used the word beta and simp before, right? And I think people in my own tribe saying, Dave, you shouldn't say that. That's not cool. I'm like, in the same video, you over here calling the women in the video thoughts and 304s. That's different, Dave. Nah, fuck that shit. No, we call it out, men and women. But you know what though? When we call out men, that doesn't get the headlines. That doesn't get the views. Those ain't the views that go viral. Like, the teachable moments to men doesn't hit hard. What hits hard when we talk about women? When the women points come out, that's when everything gets exposed. You can't talk about women. Who hurt you? No, you got to be nice. But we use the same speech to men. No one checks it. Kevin Samuels, our departed brother, for 4.5, 5 years, his channel was dedicated to men's building up. And he had a successful channel, but not like the channel he had once he started focusing on women. When Average at Best happened, when he was having his shows on Instagram and on YouTube every other night, and the women will call in, and the focus on there, and his channel blew up. You know why? Because our society focuses on women. We don't care about men. So we want to uplift. If anything, they want to shut us up if we talk about uplifting and empowering men, or we're not going to get those videos pushed out. They're not going to get the algorithm here. They're not going to go ahead and get that going where they used to say, hey, watch this. No, that's not happening. But check it out though. Oh, kids, oh, baby mamas, 44 years old, never been married. And I want to be married now. Boom. Video get me over 20,000 views. 30,000 views. I talk about a dusty dude here. It gets 1,000 views. YouTube is doing it. YouTube does it, and then y'all are not watching it. It's the same thing here. We focus on the women, and that gets so much attention. Happens. Hey, I got you holding the background here. Let me bring my man Mikey up, man. What's up,
What's
Mikey?
up, man?
Hold on. Let me get my screen right here.
What's going on?
Hey, you been holding back here. How you doing, bro?
Man, pretty good, man. Just listening to all this stuff, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good,
I'm here
good
for a
stuff.
short time, not here for a long time. So I'm just kind of curious your points on Andrew Tate here with the band.
With the band? Well, like you said, it was going to happen eventually. I think that, like he was talking about, he does things that are good that a lot of people don't pay attention to, and they're only going to pay attention to what is a bad thing. Especially if you really look at the platform where he was banned, that is a majority, that platform is majority women. Instagram and Facebook is majority women. YouTube, on the other hand, is majority men are the ones that are actually consuming YouTube. Do I think that he should have been banned? Not really. I think that he's actually needed. He's needed for the fact that he's bringing the other end of things that people are not discussing. Like when it was being talked about earlier on today, when the question was like, teachers are complaining about him because students are talking about telling girls that they should stay in the kitchen. Well, here's the question. Why is he being blamed for parenting those children? Shouldn't the blame go to the parents, the fact that they allow their children to actually consume those type of content? So
that's the part that I say that how it goes into bigger, how Americans are lazy. We like to find a scapegoat outside of what is actually the real reason in front of their eyes.
It's, this is the thing where a lot of people don't understand coming from, if as immigrants or as maybe, children of first immigrant parents and stuff like that. Unfortunately, a lot of Americans are viewed that way. Like there's this American dream that a lot of Americans are not taking advantage of. You're talking about IT early on today. the jobs are there, but people don't want to do it because maybe it's boring. Maybe it's, for guys don't want to jump into ITs because, that's not where you're going to be able to get clout from women, where women are going to want to. It's not sexy.
I sit at a desk all day, or I'm at home when I don't be in the desk. It's not spectacular. It is boring. There's a lot of boring days, man. My down days when there's nothing going on is boring, and then when my busy days, I have to be, mentally there to be analytical to do my job, and it's not sexy.
Yeah, and you don't see like when women are getting interviewed, like what type of man are you looking for? I want to get with a man who works in IT. Right, but you see videos.
No one was a nerd like me when I had no hair and no beard. Straight, hey, before y'all see how I am now, like grown into it, man, just a little mustache, low fade waves, man. I work in IT and I got a good job. I had a decent job, man. These girls weren't checking for me like that. I wasn't out here Big Willie styling like that. You short little black man, what the hell?
Yeah, and that's the thing. But you see videos when you ask women, what kind of man you want? Well, I want a guy who's a drug dealer. I want a guy who's this. I want a guy who's from prison. I want this. You see those actually occurring a lot more. But talking about coming from both sides, let's just go ahead and understand that a lot of men, unfortunately, do tend to put other men down when they shouldn't. Right? That's so true. It's like, but the thing though is, what do you want to hear? You want to hear about the women, right? And to be honest, us guys, we know what's up with men already. We know that there's a problem that exists. So we want to see what's going on the opposite end. But if you ask women, they're going to consume more about raunchy women. They're going to watch these crazy women. They're not also going to watch, because if you look at Kendra G's, for example, her content, yeah, there's a lot of women watching her content, but they're watching what's going on with the women. Because just as if she puts up a content with men, there's going to be a lower amount of views in there as well, because even women are not consuming those things. So we have to understand and how things kind of goes. I mean, there's one of the best interview I think that I had with Andrew Tate was with I forgot her name, Chiana or something like that, where it's like a dating type of a situation, and they had a conversation for like about an hour and a half. I think a lot of men should pay attention to that. And you see what happens when women are put in front of somebody who is stoic, somebody who's not going to budge, not going to move. Listen, no matter what people say about Andrew Tate, he made money. Okay. Yes, he made money having, sex chats, those type of stuff where he has women working under him and doing those things. So, that's the thing. He does have that. Did he make it that way? Is that wrong? No, because the women allowed themselves to be in part of that position of things. Right? It's not being misogynist.
And to add on that, just real fast here, for people wondering how he made his money, he openly admits that he was in debt and was down bad. But he's been a guy who had no problem having women. He had 3 or 4 girlfriends at the time. This is about 10, 12 years ago, back in the early days of the live cam girls. He just see that in the corner of screen saying, hey, how can I get into this here? So he found out the game, and he had his 3 or 4 girlfriends saying, hey, you don't got to have sex. You just got to go here and just look sexy for these guys. And he turned those 4 girls into 10 girls, those 10 girls into 20 girls. And he breaks down how he made $1 million from his live cam business under 6 months. And he turned that into 10 million. And then he's kind of grew from there. So it's not illegal. These girls were not prostituting themselves. They were not even naked, he explains. They did what they wanted to do if they did anything extra. He gave them the opportunity, and then they became millionaires. He's bringing out how the first 10 or 12 girls don't even work no more because they got 7 figures in the bank right now. So just give guys a little bit of context of how he made his money, and the women he may talk about it, they had the absolute freedom to do what they want to do, and he made them rich as well. Sorry, I just want to get that context.
Yeah, and he did that during the early 2000s, and so you have to understand is that he was OnlyFans.
Yes,
that's what he was. People are doing that right now at this very moment. Guys are paying the $29 a month, $10 a month, $15 a month, whatever the fees are at this very moment doing this. So people are getting mad, but the fact is he is exposing women more in general that these things are happening. But this is the thing. They want to hide this whole thing. You start talking about the Brittany Griner stuff. I mean, just look at what happens. You have whenever a woman gets held captive, and she's not held captive because she was guilty and she was actually did have in possession those items. And just because you're an entitled fucking American in another country, right? And this is what you see a lot with a lot of Americans. I'm an American, guys, all right? But we see so many fucking Americans entitled when they go other countries. And all of a sudden you want to say, well, I'm an American. In America, we don't do that. But you also see it in a minor aspect in America where you guys go, somebody from California goes to Florida, be like, that's not how we do it in California. And people need to understand that this whole world is a globalization type of a setup. And, you know, number one is you should start looking. Should I have a secondary passport? Should I have, it's going to get to the point that your American background is going to be worthless to you potentially. Maybe looking at that for your children in the future, understanding that there are things that can happen in the near decade from now or whatsoever. But, just like, and comparing it also to what Andrew Tate does, the fact that he lives in Romania. Now, I know for a fact he has said certain things before. Well, you can pay off people in Romania. Guys, listen up. It ends up the same exact thing. Whoever has the money got the power. This is where you have to understand that actually exists. But what a lot of guys, for some reason, sometimes grew up with the whole Scarface thing. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the fucking bitches. And that's not really how it goes. Okay? Stop listening to Scarface, all right? I mean, but listen, he's living his life and people are jealous of that. Guys are jealous of that. The reason why guys threaten him and all that stuff, I'm not going to say he has 20,000 people threatening him death, whatever, maybe he does. But it's for the fact that most of the guys, those are men projecting their hate, the fact that they cannot live the life that he's living, not even a minute aspect of things. And so sometimes you see that happens with a lot of men, but I think that he is I may not agree with him 10% of the time, but he is needed. He really, really is needed to be able for people to see the different aspects. You need to see the craziness that happens in the left. You need to see the craziness that happens in the right, whether, politically wise or gender and all that stuff, female and men, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think that he might beat this. They might allow him to come back in a way. We shall see. If not,
I think we'll watch him on YouTube if he don't come back. He don't have his own YouTube channel. People make videos that he allows. It's like take clips, things of that nature. So this might push him to full time of YouTube or to another platform like Aiden Ross is on Twitch. He might go become a Twitch, streamer, or he might, create a Patreon and have that paywall. But there's other avenues that he could probably go to if he's not successful. But he's clearly not worried about it. He got people on it. And the fact that, like I brought in the article, they didn't even say the exact reason. They just went ahead and just basically put the handcuffs on him, and say, hey, you're going to jail. And what's due process? There's no due process. Like normally you would get some sort of correspondence from the platform via email why they're taking you down. He's saying that he never even got that. He just went to the site and that's it. And he don't have no information whatsoever until he got his people working on it. So that's the reason why I went so hard on that point. It's like, hey, they're just going ahead and willy-nilly deciding on people just because a minority of people, let's just be honest, is more likely the minority of people who don't like what he's saying did it. And it always happens that way. You will see the majority of people like something. Like for instance, Dave Chappelle's concert in Minnesota. It was sold out. And about 80 people who were saying that on the transphobic side got the venue to cancel it. Now, of course, in Minnesota, they're like, we're not going to miss on the Dave Chappelle money. They moved that to another venue and Dave Chappelle performed. The point is, though, whenever these cancellations happen, Mikey, it's always we're listening to the small amount of people, the minority. The master is saying, we're cool with this. Let us be. And it's always the small amount that's saying, yo, we feel a certain type of way, and they bow down to the masses.
But what people,
the small group, that's the masses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but what people don't understand is that this is going to make him even more money.
Oh yeah. And so, let me finish this point now. Since you said that, on the left, Hassan Pike, who's he going to have something to argue with? Now, he has been hardcore on Andrew Tate for his viewpoints, right? But if you ban him, that's fucking up your money. Because if your number one quota, the way you rock, is he's your nemesis, you're right, or this is I'm for this support cause here. And if you ban him, what are you gonna say? Yay, we got him down. What are you gonna talk about now? Because your main talking points was about him and his talking points here. You know what I'm saying? There's people who don't even realize, even from a business standpoint, you're fucking up your money.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it's the scarcity routine, right? The fact that now all of a sudden you can't get it as much in Facebook and IG, people are gonna want to go where they can consume it. So where can they consume it? They know that they can go into YouTube, into Twitch to be able to consume these items. And what people don't understand is one thing that you have to look at what Andrew did is one of the he Hustle University, for example, we'll just say that. But do you guys understand what he did and how he became famous? He did the pyramid routine, the pyramid scheme routine. I'm not saying he's scheming, but I want you guys to think about that. He is making other people refer him. The reason why these people that joins Hustler University, for example, and the course, I didn't join, so I can't say anything about the courses, okay? But think about it. If they join a course, they get what they call a referral link, an affiliate link. So for them to be able to get him more, they're going to try to push it to their friends and their families, whatever, so people are going to sign up so they can get a discount on their rate. But what people don't understand is, how do you then make it seem like people should sign up? Well, you make videos about him. So he didn't have to distribute himself like you were talking about earlier on, Dave. He got people to distribute it for him. This is just basic, and there's nothing wrong the way he did it. Some people are going to be like, well, you're right. Well, Mike, you said pyramid scheme. I'm saying it's pyramid scheme-like. This is pretty much just how it's done. He did the proper referral marketing techniques. And so you have to give him props for what he did and how his comeuppings. And don't forget, with the fact is, the only thing I'm truly against what he says is how he named it Hustle University. Okay, that's where they can get him in the United States. Honestly, this whole thing, him using the word university is actually illegal to be done in the United States. Just like how Trump University was put down because he used the word university. It wasn't really the teachings that they were doing in Trump University. It's using the word university because you're not getting your master. Exactly. Yeah. So they can go after him for that level of things. Okay.
But that's from a government standpoint, but not from social media, though.
Yeah. But the thing, though, is let's understand that social media is the new government.
Oh, good point. That's a good point.
So, I mean, and this is the thing where a lot of people need to understand is that you have to have multiple platforms. Because if you get shut down in one, there's so many people that just concentrate on IG. This is where I'm going to post, but then it gets shut down. They're done and over with. So, having multiple platforms, YouTube, IG, people that wait, locals.com is soon, y'all. Yeah, locals.com is starting to pull up now. But then what you're going to see a lot of people make mistakes is they're seeing the larger platforms going into locals. And what's going to happen is when you don't have that much of a platform, you go to locals only because you think that you can make your money more in locals, but not establish a community in YouTube or any of these other places. That's where people are going to fail. And then, hey, let them do, because I don't mind, sliding right in the middle.
Let me do this here, Mike. How about you for a second? I'm going to play a few clips of Andrew Tate's stance. I was going to do a live stream on this about a month and a half ago, and it slipped my mind. I got so busy in my IT work, I couldn't live stream. So this is a video. I'm taking a few pieces where that he was going. People probably seen this back in July, where he was going out with a beta male. He's a Twitch streamer named QXC, I believe it is. Okay. And this guy here, I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's like a 2-hour live stream. So I got clips here. But this guy here is the epitome of why we have so many problems in the world, because he is so beta. I hate to say it like that. There is men who have no idea the problems that they're even speaking, even though they're thinking they're coming from a goodwill point and supporting women. So I'm gonna pull this clip right now since I got you here. Let me do this here. Let's switch it up. Let's get the share. Yeah, here we go. And we're gonna put us like, We're gonna put us like this here. All right, I'm gonna play a few pockets here. So if any of you guys, you might have seen some clips, but I just want to play this so you guys can see him in a public forum, and he's discussing his stance when people are asking him questions and how he kind of defends himself here. So let me play this here now. Think about that here. Hold on, I'm gonna minimize the screen here. I'll bring you back here. I got a few more clips here. So that was the discussion of how he feels, from his personal bias and his experience, and and of course the studies going back and forth that, if he had a choice, he'll prefer to be in a car of a man driving than a woman driving. He's saying that men are better drivers than women drivers. Then the beta dude, XQC, is saying, well, then men have more car accidents than men and than women and everything. I have an answer to that, but I'm just kind of curious to get your reaction on this clip here that I wanted to bring to the tribe here.
Well, number one, I mean, for me wise, I still believe that I'd rather have a dude driving me than a woman. I'm gonna agree with that one. If we start looking with this whole probably insurance statistics that he wants to bring up and all these kind of things, right? But the question is, those are just guys get into accidents, but also men tend to stay longer in the road. Men tend to drive farther than most women, right?
You got to my points.
And then for the fact is, did we also look at the fact as what type of jobs those guys were doing? See, let's, sometimes these studies, I get it, but at the same time, you have to look at what goes on with the particular situations with these studies. What type of dynamics are they using to be able to create these studies? And so men tend to, unfortunately, we tend to do things, drive faster, do these things. So that's going to put us in a position that this may actually happen. So fine, who cares? But in the end, all right, how many more women do we know are bad drivers? Men have this bias because we actually see it. We see it with our kids. We see it with our sisters. We see it with our mothers. Okay? So fine, we get into more accidents, but still in the end, just like what was said, men have better reactionary time. Now women are going to come in and say, no, this woman has a, exception to the fucking rule, bitches. So this is my thing. And I'm going to say bitches as being both for women and for men that tries to use exception for the rule crap. And so, it's just, in the end, I will have a man drive me at any given time. And also, I'm sorry, there's going to be a lot of women that are not going to be taking a position and be driving people, right? You don't see them in the limousine services. You don't see them in a lot of the major things. Very small, minute situations because women don't put themselves in those situations. And
let me be honest, I have no problem with a female driver picking me up from my Uber and Lyft. But if I'm going to the airport, give me a dude. Know why? Because no disrespect to the last 2 trips I've taken, they were female drivers. And you know what happened? I'm paying for a service and I had to put my own damn bag in the trunk of the car because she couldn't pick it up. I'm like, if I'm paying for a car service, the whole idea is that I want you to pick me up, get my things, put it in the car, open my door, I get into the back of the car, you have some sort of condiments and drinks for me there, you get me to the airport safely, and when we get there, you open the trunk and you take my bags out the car. Then I'm responsible for my bags when I walk through the vestibule at 3F, flying on United or wherever Delta, where the case may be. Now, she was a good driver. We got there on time, but it's like, why am I paying for a service when I got to pay? Well, I'm doing some of the work here. If I wanted to do that here, I would have drove myself to the airport. I would have parked my car at the parking garage, let it sit there for a few days like that and pay the fee and then drive myself back home. You see? So when we bring it back here, yeah, women can drive things of that nature, but I feel comfortable with a man driver. And if I'm paying for services, I prefer a man because he's going to be able to fulfill all the duties. My bag was almost bigger than hers. It's one of those regular bags you put for the airport you check in when you're going to be there for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can't pick up my bag, then why are you driving me?
And also, don't talk to me. You're driving, because I've had female drivers also with Uber and with Lyft. I don't want to talk. I'm headed to the airport. I want my calm time. And then here's the thing. Okay, guys, here's the fun part. And I'm going to ask this question. Give a couple seconds for you guys to answer in the chat. Other than male and female, what nationality is the worst driver ever? Write it down. You guys know already what you're going to say. You're going to say, I'm going to guess here. You're going to say Asian drivers. Right? Am I freaking offended by that? No. You want to know why I'm not offended? Because you're talking about female Asian drivers. So it's not the fact that they're Asian, it's because they're females. Right? And I'm sorry to say, Asian males are good drivers. I challenge every single one of you to come to Thailand, to come to the Philippines and start driving. I'm talking about men drivers over here. You think you're really good drivers? Come to Asia. Drive over here. I'll bet you're going to get to an accident so fast.
Hey, I've seen the videos. I ain't driving. I'm getting
Asian
picked
men
up.
are better drivers than any American. I'm going to
I
put that
ain't-
out
I
there
ain't messing with
because
driving out
you
there.
try
I'm just
driving
serious.
in a 3-lane road that becomes 6 lanes because guys are weaving in and out, plus the little freaking motorcycles going in and out of traffic. You try driving in that if you can actually handle it. I know more Americans that they see how driving is in the Philippines or in Thailand. They're like, that's it. I ain't driving. I'm hiring a driver, because that is the truth. Okay, so the thing though is, it's the Asian women. All right, so pretty much in the end, it's not the fact that they're Asian drivers. It's because the fact is that they're female drivers. Okay, plain and simple.
Hey, shout out to Close. I gotta get some of these comments here. He's like, Dave is used to the finer things in life. I'm not mad at you though. Hey man, you pay for a service. You don't want to do nothing. If I'm gonna have to do some of the work, why am I paying you? Right? You know, it doesn't make any sense. And Rose is like, I had a stud and no door was open. And she had to make sure you said stud. I get you, Rose, because studs act like they dudes. I know why she put that there. Even the dude women ain't trying to do their duties in the car service game. Hey, come on, man. They ain't hearing this here. Hey, what I want to do now, I want to play a second clip from Andrew Tate now.
Go ahead, man.
So let me pull this back up and we're going to get back to it here. All right, here we go.
I don't think
It's here, Mikey, about having girls who have friends, you know, and so you see his position on that. You know, the first one was about the female drivers and women have a problem with that. And then, of course, being in relationships, and you have men like this who have a problem saying, what, your girl can't have guy friends? And you see how he was explaining that. So what are your thoughts on this point here, where people do not agree with Andrew Tate and think that he is misogynistic in this viewpoint here?
I don't think it's misogynistic viewpoint at all. I think it's actually the right viewpoint. It's like, because, you know, just because the problem here is like, that's why he got him on that question about 40, 50 years ago. And then the guy goes, so you're one of those guys. No, it's not about being one of those guys. It's understanding how other men act. Right? You know that if you allow your woman to be around men, her friend zone men, all those guys are just a bunch of guys waiting for their turn, waiting for either to her have a problem with the guy, waiting for her to be drunk that she's, you know, all of a sudden going to do something. Those are what happens with that. And a lot of men don't understand. A lot of women don't understand it. And a lot of men don't understand it because they allow their women to do that. And then they bitch later on that, oh my God, she cheated on me or anything like that. But it also even takes to the fact that if you still think that way, you know, the one thing that you do see a lot happening, especially in Western countries, is where men still honestly think that this whole 50-50 game, right? You know,
Right.
this whole 50-50
Lord
game
have
that,
mercy.
you know, oh, you know what? You know, I want a woman that's going to be able to complete me. You want a woman that's going to be able to, you know, if you're going to get with a woman, make sure that you can afford a woman. Like,
That's what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if you caught that, Mike, when I was
actually,
speaking
not
that
really. I'm
first hour.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. I was speaking on that the first hour. I had my little men's uplifting movement. And you are saying exactly what I'm saying. Men need to level up, and you can't expect a woman to be a woman if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not providing. You're not a man on your purpose. You are being Pookie on the couch here.
And okay, so I might say something that somebody might get irked. Alex might get irked on this one, but let's okay. So let's understand this, right? So we talk about how women are honestly the people that actually breaks up relationships, right? So women are the home wreckers. We hear that happening a lot. So, and a lot of the things that a lot of men kind of use is the women. A cause of divorce is about 78% of all divorces are caused by women or are initiated by women. So women are the one breaking the home. But let's also understand that a lot of men get into relationships. So if we subscribe to what Kevin Samuel says, that women give access to the punani, men give access to relationships. So that means those 70% of those divorces that women end is caused because men chose the wrong woman. They allowed that woman to be in their relationship. So now let's be fair and go 50-50, right? 50-50, so that means those 70% that there's those 70% of the women starting divorces, 35% of those is because men did not choose the woman correctly, because the men technically did not or could not afford a woman. Most men can afford a woman. So if most men cannot afford a woman because the fact that they did not understand her hypergamy level, so then would we say that we take that 35% plus the 30% that the men initiates a relationship, so now technically 65% of relationships are actually caused by men to deteriorate. Because this is the thing, right? This is a Western American phenomenon where you find a woman for you to live a satisfactory life is you need a woman to be able to bring in money in the table as well. Whereas men should actually be able to afford women. You go to Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, you go to the Philippines, you go to Thailand. Most men in majority understand that I need to be able to afford a woman in order to be able to remove her from her family. So in reality is that there's a lot of men who can't afford a woman. This is why the top 10% is actually getting all the women in majority, right? So men are not leveling themselves up enough. I mean, you start talking about IT early on. That is brilliant, but nobody wants to get into that. Most men, most men cannot afford a woman. Most men cannot afford a woman. But men don't want to realize that. They can't look at that in the mirror and understand that they can't. If you make less, if you make less than 40,000 a year.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, you were expecting that, you're making average money. I say 41,000. I said, I made that at 24 years old, hitting that $20 mark. You know what I said? I was happy that first 2 checks. I was like, what's next? This ain't the stopping ground here. But we have, and that was 20 years ago. And now we're looking at the age of inflation, how back then that was worth 65,000 today. So 41,000, not the same 41,000 then. So how can you afford a woman when the average man, we say average making money here, is not even enough to sustain inflation and all the monetary issues that's going on in society today? And that's why I was going on my IT rant, because we can't find out people to hire. We're trying to give this money away. There is 6-figure incomes and we don't have men on their purpose to do what's right, but they are expecting a woman to submit when you're not even the proper man to lead her itself.
Yeah, and guys, for men that complain, like, listen, do women cost money? Because I think I saw a comment, respect to that comment. Yes, women cost money. But we understand the fact that as men that they cost money because we're supposed to be providers. We're supposed to provide provision, security. And if within that is money. So if you cannot provide a roof over the head, food on the table, security for the woman, bringing her and putting her in a situation where she lives where there's no potential threat outside, because that's what men's supposed to do, then why are you trying to hook up with women? And then you complain later on that all they want about money. Well, no, what money are you talking about? Your money? The money that you don't have? And
she ain't got nothing she's complaining about because you ain't gave her nothing or provided her an experience or some sort of comfortability that she lets her hair down and says, you know what? Okay, I'm a rock because I know that not only can protect me financially and physically. If you ain't even doing that, she is the type of woman that look at you saying, who are you? And then we get in our feelings because I'm a man. But what have you done to make her feel that she is a woman in your presence? Because we have to be men established first before we say that these women are. Now, I know we got all these bands using wombats, right? And we see that all the time. But I'm saying, though, if you on the Pookie and Ray Ray, and you're expecting to get the Melissa or that baddie, you're fooling yourself, kid. And I'm glad you brought this up, Mikey, because you just set up my next clip. Okay. You literally said those items here to set up my next clip. So all right. talk about time here. So I'm bringing him back up here, and let's get to it.
Let's get it.
Soulmate or best.
Okay.
That was a good one.
I wanted to play that in, and you kind of set that up. I played that a little bit longer because Andrew Tate literally was saying how people take clips and edit, and I wanted to build that into the conversation there so you can see how the context goes. I wanted to play that because you talked about that, and we were talking about men here who are not in their own masculine frame. This is a guy here who's on Twitch he's a millionaire. He has gangs of Twitch followers. He's popular on that platform, but he has a huge platform that are young men in their 20s who are just like them, who don't even understand their masculine role, how women could feel comfortable knowing that they're with this guy here. This guy literally said, if something happens downstairs, no one's going down there. But you see how Andrew Tate reacted. You have a duty to protect your family or yours. And this guy's from the mindset of no one's going down. We're not doing this. Women are equal. No, we're going to. And then when of course, he gave an extreme hypothetical. There's 10 men. Well, that's not going to happen. That's like the Amazon, but like that. But
But then he adds that she has a gun. So
right.
yeah, it's like, make up your mind.
Right. So this is the issue that we have here when we talk about Andrew Tate getting banned, and these are the talking points because they don't want to focus on these points here when he's clearly saying, give the example. You're walking down the street and some guy's going to come attack you. What are you going to do? Are you going to protect your woman? There's a hierarchy. The man protects the woman. The woman's going to protect the kids. This guy is to so many beta men in our world here that creates the situation where women don't respect men.
Well, it's not that women don't respect men. It's like women don't know how to respect them. Because what it is, they're confused on what they want. Like a lot of women will say, I want a guy who's this, and that. Then all of a sudden leave the guy for the guy who's more masculine.
No one's going for this guy, though. I'm saying the respect. If you see this guy, the women I know, they ain't going for that beta dude. That's what I meant by that.
He's the same guy. He's the same SJW type of guy that's going to be saying something like, like this. He thinks that this is what women want. And guess what? It is what women wants. Let's not play that. Let's not play this game. Women want him. Women want him around them. Women want him to be the guy in the friend zone. That's what. So he is wanted by women.
That's a different viewpoint. That's a great
point. So he is wanted. He is among these other women that don't know any better. He's the guy that's around them all the time, and they get the support that they need. They get those basic stuff that goes on. So he thinks that that's what he needs or what he can get. The thing, what happens with the whole thing is he goes, we're both gonna run. So right there alone, it's not what he's willing to do for a woman. He wants to run, but guess what? Let's play this game. If him and his woman runs, who is more likely going to run faster? Him. Man. So guess who's going to get caught up? She's going to get caught. But he wants this excuse of that, let's run together. Who goes downstairs? He's like, nobody goes downstairs. Well, then guess what? Eventually they're going to go upstairs, okay?
Come up.
And so what's going to happen then? I was waiting for him to say, like, jump out of the window or something. I thought that's what he was going to actually end up saying. But he didn't. And this is where it's unfortunate. It's like once you start putting guys into these type of scenarios, this is what you're going to hear. This is just what you're going to hear with guys. But it's unfortunate, that these type of behaviors, these type of incel, or even just, well, I'm not even going to use the word incel. I'm not even going to use the word volcel on here. I'm just going to say that he has social awkwardness and cues, and problems with cues, social cues. And so he's not getting that.
Since you're saying that here, answer me this question, Mikey.
Sure.
Is the word awkward a bad word?
Is the word awkward a bad word? I think it all depends on the context of the whole thing, right?
If it's used in the right context, if you're not trying to be disrespectful.
I can say that we were in an awkward situation because we were left with the hug. The hug shake moment. That's an awkward situation.
I'm pulling that out because you mentioned the word, and I was going hard on my comment section yesterday for a video, an older video. And we have men in my comment section who rock with me. Were trying to say that awkward was a bad word. And you said context. Perfect, because my thumbnail, I used Issa Rae when she had her own show called Awkward Black Girl.
Okay.
We have gotten to a point in society where men are in so much weak energy that even when it's used properly in the right context, we're still saying it's a bad word. Words matter, and we're constantly changing words every day.
I
mentioned the awkward part, like you said, because we have men falling backwards and moving the goalposts as well.
Yeah, I think that's where it is. It's like we tend, just like, for example, the Mr. Blonde Tips guy in the video, he's taking things too much out of context on things. He's using the typical stuff that a lot of either feminists or just like modern women will kind of use, and it's like they want to use words to attack, and technically you do see that women tend to use words more to attack others, and that's a problem. And so when you start seeing men in a way, unfortunately, start using more of the words or ad hominems in regards for having to put down another person, well then that guy is no better. It's just you either just understand that that's just how it is. When you start seeing men use words for attack, then you know that he already lost. That's the best way to look at it. And so there's actually studies on how to have what they call formal arguments, and ad hominems is in the bottom part of everything. And then the next thing is like, I think that a lot of men needs to also realize in regards for like how this guy is positioning himself and communicating. You see him when he gets into this situation, when he starts high pitching his voice. He's like, what? We're going to run. We're going to do this. And so understand, like one thing that as men also we need to understand, and we need to take courses in regards to how we better communicate ourselves, how we better listen and communicate. And so understanding your vocal tonality, if you guys see how Andrew Tate has his conversation, he's very stoic when he's having these talks. Straight up, just, his voice inflection will always go up a little bit, but will head on down. So that's the proper way of even how you converse. And sometimes there's that social awkwardness that we're not even taught. Like, how many of you guys out there right now at this very moment were taught communication skills in school? You weren't. I'm going to give you guys that answer right now. No one was taught communication in school, the proper communication. So as men, we have to either, it's natural that comes with us, or we have to actually learn it, So it's like, but yeah, that guy was all over the place, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna have to close out this show, man. I've gone 2 hours, man. It's 2 hours 15 minutes. I thought I was gonna do like an hour and a half. And hey, once the mic comes on, man, it's hard to stop talking, people.
It is, man.
It's so hard. I'm gonna let Mike go here because I need to close things out. Like I said, I'm here for a short time, not for a long time, and it's Boxing Day, so I gotta watch a few fights. So
there you go,
Mikey,
man.
I'm glad you hopped on the live stream.
Appreciate it, man.
My brother from another.
Yes, sir.
I'll holler at you after this, man.
Yes, sir. Everyone, thank you so much for having me. Have a good one.
Thanks, Mike. My man, Mikey. Check out his channel, Mike's Philippine Journey. He out in the Philippines getting it with his, living his bachelor life out there. Shout out to my man, Mike. We had a good discussion there. Andrew Tate. Now, that live stream was over 2+ hours. I want to focus on a few main points that we were talking here because people talk about hate speech and the way he moves to be misogynistic. I wanted to bring that last point to the forefront because you clearly see the men who are probably involved in taking him down with the ban and IG and Facebook Meta, depending on how long it lasts, it's going to be permanent. We don't know, right? That's the type of guy who bans people like that for speaking how they feel. And then you see how Andrew Tate actually moves. That last point was paramount, about if something happens and someone breaks into your house and you're in bed with your girl, who is going downstairs? This is the type of guy, his response to Andrew Tate is one of the reasons why women look at men a certain way. Now, we know we have other items, and Mikey gave some great points. But when guys are openly moving like this, how are women respecting the game here? How are women respecting us here? Or why they'll go to the assumption that all men are the same and all men are whatever the case may be here. And so he comes now in our time here, similar talking points to Kevin Samuels. But we're seeing here when I showcase that part here, they're not going to put that out there when it comes to the ban, or if any one of us had those same thought process. And when we're talking about what we as men need to do, not only in society, but for our families, for our women, and for our families. No, they're not going to show that. I showed 3 clips from that video. And then, of course, I showed the earlier clip about him discussing it here. It seemed like he's not too worried about it, but I wanted to bring to the forefront that when men are allowed to talk openly, when we are free with our words, we're not being, rude. It may come off as rude because we're direct, but we are precise. We are pinpoint. We are accurate. We are being clear of our statements. And if somebody gets into their feelings, what happens? Who hurts you? Why are you mad? Why are you talking this way? You need a hug. No, I am a man. I cannot take away the hardcore DNA that you can say that my God or your God gave me. This is what is inside of me and every single male. And what is actually happening is that we have men as well as women who don't agree with the way men are supposed to be. It seems like in these last 60 years with the feminist movement coming hardcore, we want to reprogram the way men move. We want to reprogram the way men operate. We want to reprogram men to move more like women. And that is not who we are. No, we're not. We are men. We need to operate like men. We need to operate the men of yesteryear, like the people like my father and my grandfather. We're not doing that. We're seeing more men like this guy here who's on Twitch talking about if your girl can have guy friends. Come on. It's okay for your girl to have guy friends. Guy friends are only guys waiting in the wing to smash your girl. But we're supposed to let women be free and be open, knowing how men operate in that manner. Come on. Come on. So here's when we get to the comment section. Got to close out here. But what are your thoughts on bans? Like what we're seeing here, what we discussed. We could have gone to a little bit more detail, but I think I gave a lot of context, a lot of detail today. Something to think about. I said earlier in the show, even if you don't support Andrew Tate, you could be on the right and you're left. You could be, you could be on the left and this is right. But at the end of the day, they come for us all because we're the only country really that moves the way we do. And if we are not careful, we're slowly and surely rolling back the liberal things that we're able to experience that cannot be experienced in other countries. And women are not even understanding that if you went to another country, you will not have those same benefits that we have here in the US of A. We should be respectful and understand the liberties that we have here and embrace it. Nah, we're looking at it as like women say they're slaves, and then we got beta dudes who want to simp for women like what's going on here, and we're moving ass backwards, people. Ass backwards. Let me get some of these comments, y'all. We got to get out of here, guys. Y'all been commenting. I know me and Mikey got into it here. We had a good discussion. So I need to see what y'all talking about here. I brought a few on the screen here. And y'all dope here today, guys. I'm glad y'all came on this Saturday. What's going on, Mace? I have to watch this from the beginning. Yeah, you do. That's why I'm not going to do a long stream tonight. This is about 2 hours. Give you enough to milk this here. Hey, what's going on, Trues? No, I thought I saw you hop on, man. No problem, Dave, man. I mean, you call me Dave. No problem, Mike. Yeah, I'm glad you hopped on, man. People like that weak guys, why women are shocked when men do a little bit of something. Facts. When women see a true male operating the way a man works, and it's like the total opposite. They're thinking it's toxic masculinity. Making up these terms here. Come on. We hear about toxic masculinity, but why don't we never hear about toxic femininity? Come on, man. I literally read up that toxic femininity came up in 2018. We're just making up terms now. Come on now. Hey, shout out to my man Contra with the $10 super, $10 holla. This is not a free speech issue. It's about playing within the rules set by Twitter and YouTube. There's always truth. There's always true social tape. Yeah, if you ain't give Tate the reason why he's banned, then we know it's bigger than free speech. They're making a point. They're trying to set an example. So my man Contra, thank you for the $10 holler, man. Thank you for contributing to the tribe. Hey, y'all gotta show Contra some love, man. Contra be here all the time, man. He's been one of the day ones, man. Thank you for supporting your kid, man. Feminist toxicity are mad at their bad choices. Yeah. Trying to emasculate and feminize men. That's right, Boris. Never seen you before. If I have, I apologize. Welcome in. Let people speak is feminist toxicity control. Hey guys, y'all killed it today. Y'all killing it. But I gotta go. There's boxing on today. For my hardcore boxing fans, y'all know how I love my boxing. I thought about camming up at 4 p.m., but I was like, nah, let me get this early. Let's get this talk in. If y'all miss it, y'all can go ahead and play the replay. So I'm going to go ahead and see if Anthony Joshua get his ass whooped. I hope he don't. I'm not going to lose any sleep. I'm just saying from a boxing perspective, come on, AJ. Your punk ass got to win so you can get your ass beat by Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Because as great as Usyk is, it don't move my needle. I want I want the big fanfare fights. I don't just want a good fight. I want the spectacle. I want the build up. Anthony Joshua will give us the build up. Usyk won't. So I don't get out of here. I gotta go to my mom's house. I'm gonna give me some food and watch this fight. But hey guys, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. TDND live here. As you know, this is my 4th straight day live streaming. Matter of fact, I've done 4 live streams. I think I've only dropped like 1 reaction video in these 4 days. So I'm trying to work on something, working on my talk time here. So this is my 4th live stream. Now I've done 3, 5, 6. It's over 9 hours, almost 10 hours of talk time. This is a lot of work of trying to come up with a show and be able to have talking points and be able to hold y'all interest, and then to keep doing this every day to trying to work on my craft, honing what I'm doing here. I'm trying to showcase that I am a man trying to be on my mission. I am trying to complete my goals and work at it every single day and be a motivation, whether you want to be on YouTube or whatever your job is. Usually you can say, hey, that dude works a full-time job in IT. He's been doing it for 22 years, and I see his punk ass on YouTube every day as well. He's either dropping a 20-minute reaction video or I see him going on for 3, 4, 5 hours on a live stream. So I am showcasing that whatever hurdles you have, whatever stumbles you got going on, you can do it. You have to prioritize your time, make adjustments, and then you need to plan strategically to do what you want to do. You just can't just wing it. Can't just throw stuff against the wall. You know what I'm saying? You got to go ahead and plan. But the biggest thing is too, you have to do it. My YouTube channel wouldn't have started if Mikey said, yo, man, go ahead and start camming up. And I kept going back and forth till I finally did it. And when I did it, it's off to the races. So I'm telling y'all, whatever is stumbling y'all, whatever is stopping you, whatever is holding you back, get out of your own way, make the plan, and get up and do it. It only starts until you make the decision to do it yourself. Fellas, ladies, Rookie of the Year is here. Thank you. Like you said here, Mace, Rookie of the Year. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and watch this boxing. Yeah, we're going to get it in. We're going to give y'all the rest of y'all Saturday. Yeah, I might live stream tomorrow. Do I drop a regular reaction video or do I live stream? We might talk about these passport bros tomorrow. I'm talking about Mikey's in the Philippines. He's a passport bro. Do I need to do a live stream on the passport bros finally? Y'all been emailing me. Y'all been dropping the comments. We'll see. It's either going to be a reaction video tomorrow or we're going to talk about the passport bros. Yeah. But until next time, y'all, it's the Rookie of the Year. TDND live, that dude named Dave. I am back with another one. But until next time, I'm out of here. Like, subscribe, and click on that bell notification. And y'all be safe on this Saturday. Until next time, I'm out of here. Y'all be good.